Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I'm Rebecca. If you're new around here, then welcome to my channel. Today is part 2 of our trip to Rome. Me and my boyfriend Alex are currently having a few days exploring Rome. It's day 3 for us. You would have seen travel day and day 1. Actually, it's day 2 for us. You would have seen travel day and day 1 in the last video, and now this video is going to be day 3 and travelling home. But we've got a full day tomorrow basically, and then we'll be getting the train and the flight home. It's currently probably just on 7:30. Yeah, just on 7:30, and we're heading out for an early walk to the Trevi Fountain. I'm not sure if it's gonna be early enough for it to be quiet, but hopefully it's going to be a bit lower crowds than it has been the last few days. Yesterday we went to the Vatican City, as you would have seen in the last vlog. We've seen the Pantheon, the Castle D'Angelo I think it was, and other bits around Rome. Today is all about the Colosseum and the Roman forums and the Trevi Fountain this morning, so that's currently what we're at. So we have made it to the Colosseum. It's just on 10:30. We've got quite a bit of time still till our audio video tour ticket, till we can go in. But we've just found this really good spot. I did actually see it on Instagram, where you get a brilliant view of the Colosseum and there's very, very quiet. So basically, you come up, there's some steps behind these trees here. If you're down at the bottom of the Colosseum, there's some steps. You come up the steps and then you have to go up the road. And then there's a bridge, cross over the bridge, and then there's a gate which you can come through just over there. But it's a very good lookout spot, away from all the traffic and the busyness that is down there, which is where we'll be going in a little bit. So we are in the Colosseum and we've just picked up our little audio video guide, which is a little iPod with some headphones, just from this stand as you come in. Where is it? Can't really see it, it's all dark, but just as you come in on level 1, level 1 was quite small, but then this just came across and there was a little bit of a queue, so we joined it and we was right to join it. So yeah, we're just going to see where this takes us. So we've just finished our audio video tour of the Colosseum. It's just coming up to 1 o'clock. Took just over an hour, did it? About an hour and a half-ish, I think, yeah. Didn't rush around, but it was very busy, as everything here is. We're in high season in Rome. But yeah, it was really good to see. Very interesting, and yeah, it was nice to do the audio rather than be with a tour guide. So now we're just heading to find some food somewhere and a drink. So it's a lot later now since I have picked up the camera, and we've just got back to the room. It's just on 9:15 and we've had a really good day. I don't even remember when I last spoke to you. I think it might have been after the Colosseum. We went to the Colosseum, really good, really enjoyed having the audio video guide. It was nice not to have a bit more freedom with it. It was really interesting seeing the Colosseum. Like we both said that Rome to us is the Colosseum. I know there's lots more other amazing things to see, but when we think of Rome we think of the Colosseum first. So yeah, it was really good to see that. And then we went somewhere to eat. Alex had a sort of a pizza, cheeseless pizza, and had a drink. And then we went back to the Roman Forum because the ticket that we booked directly through the Colosseum because we was a bit panicked that we only did it last weekend, I think, and we were a bit panicked that we weren't going to get booked on. And that's my one biggest tip, like book any of the attractions beforehand, because the lines for the Colosseum and the Vatican City, if you walk up on the day, you're going to be queuing for a little while, and these few days it's been so hot, so I couldn't imagine what it's like standing out in that. So yeah, definitely pre-book before you come. We got the Roman Forum and the Palatine Hill included in our Colosseum ticket, so we could just, we had a time to go to the Colosseum, but we could just enter any time after the Colosseum to the Roman Forum. It was really easy, just scanned our ticket and went through, and it was huge in there, a lot bigger than I expected it to be in the Roman Forum. It was interesting to see, but we didn't have any guides or anything like that. And we said as well, there wasn't really a map around. Like, we found a map, but like to have a paper map would have been quite useful, to have maybe had a route to walk around it or something. That you could have bought audio guides, but we didn't for this time. And it was getting on a bit, it was quite hot, so we spent a little while walking around there, saw the bits that we wanted to see, and then we just came back to the hotel to chill. And then we'd booked a restaurant tonight. I can't remember the name of it, so I'm going to put it on screen now, but it was highly recommended. I'd seen it on Instagram and the reviews were really good of it, so we thought, and they said reservation is better. It opened at 7. I'll link it in the description as well below, because I would highly recommend it. It was a little, no, it weren't a little way, it was quite close to us, to be fair. About a 15-minute walk from where we're staying. We're staying at the Hotel Diana Roof Garden. I'm not sure if I've said in this video, but there would have been a room tour in the video before. So yeah, we had pre-booked it. We only pre-booked it not yesterday, day before, so there was still availability a couple of days before. It was a really good meal. We turned up at 7, there was a queue outside. People queuing did go in first, which was a bit strange, but when you got in there, in the doors, it was huge in there. There was so many seats, different little ways that you could go and sit in. So yeah, we had a really good meal. I had pasta, Alex had a steak and chips, which was really yummy. I had a rice ball. They're called arancini, I think, at home, but I'm not sure what they're called here. They're called like S-U-P-P-I, suppy or something. Suppy. I can't remember how the guy pronounced it. But yeah, good service. Didn't really enjoy the drink I had. Don't think I'll be ordering a Campari Spritz again. Apple Spritz last night was definitely a little bit better. But yeah, really good meal. Would highly recommend. My pasta, although disappointment actually, I might knock a bit more off the score for that, because on Instagram and everything, it comes up cooked in like a mozzarella wheel, where they like set the wheel on fire and that, and we didn't see that. So I was looking forward to seeing that, but it was like a little bit of show cooking in a way, but that didn't come to our way tonight. We was quite tucked like right out the way, like from where we went and paid, where the rest kitchen was, and it was quite busy in there as well. So maybe on higher season, peak times, they might not do that, but it is a shame. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna knock a bit of a point off for that. It's 4 out of 5. That's gonna be my score of the restaurant. And then we picked up an ice cream on the way home. We went to somewhere that last night I had a big queue for, and it was really good ice cream. $3.80 for a small tub. And yeah, picked up some souvenirs as well, but they're all wrapped up. Another fab day. Tomorrow, we've got pretty much a full day. We're here, we haven't got to come back to the hotel sort of till about 3. So we're gonna go back to some places that were our favourites and missed places. There's some places still on my food list to go to. So yeah, stay tuned. This video is going to be carrying on for tomorrow, and then our flight's not till 6:30 tomorrow night. So yeah, we've still got a fairly full day, having breakfast in the morning, and then see where the day takes us. So it's Thursday morning and we've just checked out our hotel at 10. Bit mad, but we've eventually did it. And now we're out just exploring. We've got till about 3 o'clock till we've got to get back to the hotel. It's just gone 10 now. So yeah, we're heading back to a few of our missed places and our favourite places. And yeah, just see where we get up to. Hopefully gonna have a lot of yummy food today before we go. So we've had a little bit of a walk and made it to near the Piazza Navona, where behind me is Two Sizes, which is a tiramisu place that's been recommended so many times. And I have got a little cannoli, which I wanted to try, and then I've got a tiramisu as well, in a little cup. Just gonna try them.
Here we go, taste test.
That's very good.
Is it?
5 out of 5. I'll try the cannoli as well.
We've got a nice dodgy alleyway behind us.
Yeah. That's nice as well.
Out of 5?
5 out of 5.
5 out of 5.
Got a chocolate one. It's filled with cream. That tiramisu and cannoli was definitely 5 out of 5. Brilliant recommendation, and I'd highly recommend it as well. And also down that road there was lots of nice restaurants as well, which looked really nice too. So definitely, it's near the Piazza Navona, called Two Sizes. There's only one of them. We're now going to head up to the Piazza, look in a couple of shops, and then it's just coming up to 12, so we're going to grab some food for lunch, but we've still got a little bit of time. I'm hoping for a pizza, because I've only had one pizza and that wasn't even very good. So we was coming to these places to grab a sandwich, but the queues are absolutely huge. We are right on lunchtime, so change plan, let's find something else. So we're just back at the hotel now, picking up our cases. We've just had a change of clothes, which was such a good idea. It was so hot today. The sun, I think, came up a little bit earlier, so it was hotter earlier. But we had a really good morning into the afternoon. It's just 3:15. And we headed up towards the Spanish Steps, and then we found all the shops. We'd seen like all the little like touristy shops and that, but we hadn't seen any like clothes shops and like named shops. We found a street literally full of designer ones, and then we found a street of like not designer ones, like H&M, Pandora, Nike, Adidas. So we had a little wander in all them, and then made it up to Piazza Navona. I picked up my tiramisu and cannoli, that was delicious. And then we did a bit of shopping. Alex picked up a new wallet in the leather shop that we'd seen the other day. And then we stopped for a drink in the Piazza, which was nice to have a little break. And then Alex picked up a sort of like a hog roast sandwich for lunch, and then I had a bit of a disaster again, but it wasn't a hugest disaster. But I wanted the sandwich that I've seen a place that was recommended. I'll put the name on screen here now because it's honestly so popular. The queue was huge, and while we probably would have had time to queue, it was quite hot, and yeah, we just wanted to move on. It was really busy. It was like right near the Trevi Fountain and the Piazza, no, near the Pantheon. It was near the Pantheon. We headed out towards the Trevi Fountain, and then there was like a pizza by the slice, or so I thought, by the slice, and there was just a bit of a language barrier confusion, and I was asking what was on them and she didn't understand, and then the slices were huge, but I did I did have a slice, or it was an alright size slice, and I think it had salami and then cheese on, but it was just very overpriced for what it was, and that's what I'll say about that. And then we just headed back. We went back to the Villa Borghese, had a little ice cream on the way back, and now we're just going to head to the train station. We've got plenty of time. Our flight's not till 6:30, and yeah, I'll catch up with you when we are probably at the airport. We have been delayed. We don't know if we're getting home tonight. How joyful. Hey guys, so it is now the next day. As you can see, I'm home. I've just finished unpacking and I thought I'd just come on and end the vlog off. Yesterday's day was going so smoothly until our gate was shown for our flight home, and unfortunately we was delayed about 1 hour and 45. There was some air traffic control disruptions at London Gatwick, so lots of planes to London Gatwick were being cancelled and delayed, so just feeling grateful that we did actually make it home in the end. But yeah, we had a bit of time at the airport to just chill, and there was nothing we could do about it. We got home eventually, just a tad bit later. When I spoke to you at the hotel, we got the train to the airport, which was so easy. I wrote a couple of tips down and just sort of notes that sort of I wanted to share at the end, and one of those was definitely that I would highly recommend the train. It was non-stop between the airport and Rome Termini main station, and I think it was €14 each per way, so €28 each in total for the return trip, which I think you can probably find a cheaper way, but it was just so easy. 32 minutes it took, and yeah, it was just super easy. I would definitely really recommend that. And then when we were at the airport, Rome airport was absolutely huge. There was, which we didn't realise, there was two terminals, and then inside the terminal we was in, there was sort of two parts, which we didn't realise, but it said E on ours. I think it was A and E, and we was E, and so we got through security and passport control and everything was really quick. Checked in our luggage, was really easy. And then we had food. We was a bit like undecided, what do we want? There was lots of options, it was quite busy. So we picked up a slice of pizza each because we'd been stacking through the day, but we just wanted something to keep us going. And good job we did, because we was obviously delayed in the end. But we picked up a slice of pizza each from Italy, which there is actually one of those in London as well. And then we headed to our gate, and then you went through passport control, and then there was loads of shops and restaurants on that side as well, and we had a huge walk. We was literally the furthest gate away. So yeah, and then we was just waiting around, and then we made it home. Parking was really good at Gatwick. We used long stay car park at the South Terminal, highly recommend. And yeah, then we made it home. We had a really good time exploring, or shall I say roaming around Rome, as our little catchphrase was. We saw all the main sites and just had some okay food. All I can say is that pizza and pasta is my favourite food, that I would eat it every day. But if you go to the country where your favourite food is from, so for me, Italy, just don't get your hopes up and just be prepared to be quite overwhelmed. I was very overwhelmed with the amount of food choices that were available. I feel like in my head maybe I hyped it up a bit too much and was hoping for this amazing pizza that was out of this world, and I think I just got unlucky and I just didn't find that on this trip. But I would love to go back to Italy, and there's so many other places in Italy to explore. And yeah, it's definitely on the cards to go back to Italy, and The pasta that I had was really good. The tiramisu was incredible that I had. I just had an overall good time. We said our favourite part was the Colosseum. It was just mind-blowing to see it, really, just to see it in person, and sort of the history behind it and everything was really interesting to learn about. But in terms of sort of the guides and sort of the tickets that we booked, another thing that I would say is that it was really good to have a tour guide to see the Vatican museums. I think if we didn't have that tour guide, then I don't think we would have got out as much as we did out of it, if that makes sense. Our tour guide was amazing, and it was a real surprise because we didn't expect to have a tour guide. But I would definitely recommend booking a tour guide for the Vatican museums. And that led us into the Sistine Chapel as well, which was just sort of such a special place to see. And then the Colosseum we obviously did ourselves. It was an audio video guide, and we loved that. It was really nice to explore on our own and sort of take our time to listen to the videos and the clips that we had playing on the sort of little iPod. And then the Roman Forum and the Palatine Hill, we just sort of explored that ourselves, but did say that that might have been good with a guide. If you are really into history and really wanted to learn more about it, then maybe a tour would have been good for that. But I think it would have been quite long because it was a huge place to explore. It would have been good to have like a little map. I think I did say this earlier on, but like a little map or something to have just known where you were around. But yeah, overall really good. Make sure you pre-book the Colosseum, the Vatican museums, and the Pantheon you could book as well before, but we didn't go in there. The Castle St Angelo, I think it was called, you could have booked that beforehand. So yeah, there was a lot. We just touched the surface and did the things that we wanted to do. Obviously if you're heading off to Rome, you'll make your trip your own as well. That was my tip in terms of the tour guide. We loved that we were able to walk everywhere. Our hotel was in really good location, and I'd highly recommend our hotel. We stayed at Hotel Diana Roof Garden. I'll link the website down below. Really recommend it. Breakfast wasn't the best breakfast, but it was a snack to keep us going and start the day off in the morning. And then the location for the hotel really made it. Being able to just walk everywhere was amazing. We did 32,000 steps on one day and 20,000 at least on the other 3 days. So yeah, we covered some miles, and we love that. Just being able to walk and explore and see where it takes you. There was the metro, there was buses, there was trams, there was the electric scooters and like bikes that you can hire. It was really easy to get around on foot. So yeah, I was really pleased with that. What else did I want to say? What have I else got written down on my little post-it note? Water. There are water fountains all around Rome. I'll put a photo in here of one because they don't look like they are drinking water, but we drank from them for the 4 days and we was fine. The water came out really cold and it was clear, and there was so many other people using them as well. So yeah, these are free water fountains, so make sure you take a refillable water bottle with you. And it was super hot when we were there, so yeah, these fountains, we were really grateful to have these fountains around Rome to be able to fill up our water bottle. There are quite a few sort of people on the streets that try to sell you stuff. Obviously if you want to buy something from them, but just say no and they'll leave you alone. They were sort of selling water and selfie sticks and portable chargers and roses. So just keep your eye out. Just be aware of those people that are around. They're mostly around sort of the main tourists, so like the Colosseum, the Vatican Museum, the Trevi Fountain, there was loads around there. So yeah. Oh, that was another tip which I got from quite a few people. Have said if you want to see the Trevi Fountain when it is less busy, go early. We went at 7:30, but we could have gone even earlier for it to be less crowded, or late at night, but I would say earlier in the morning is definitely better to see it less crowded. And then the final thing that I've put on mine is avoid wearing white shoes, because me and Alex both wore white shoes and they got really dusty and really filthy when we were walking around. So yeah, if you've got nice white shoes, then maybe avoid wearing them if you're going to Rome, but they'll clean up, it's fine. And there was actually a shoe polish in our room as well, so we did use that. Alex used that on his to sort of get some of the dirt off. So yeah, that is going to end this vlog off. it would have been in 2 parts, so I hope you enjoyed part 1 and then this was part 2. I think I've covered everything that I've wanted to cover. I've been talking for quite a long time at the end here. If there are any more tips, I'll put them on the screen here now, because before this holiday I did feel quite overwhelmed and quite like sort of underprepared for a city break. I hadn't done a city break in so long, and I'm such a planner and I like to know what's happening and places to go. The first night we did get sort of a bit overwhelmed with the amount of restaurants that there was, and sort of just picked one, and in the end it wasn't the best one. So the next 2 nights we did research. So just do your research, talk to people. I found Instagram really amazing and found some really good recommendations on there. Just talk to people that have been. If you've got any questions, ask them in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them. But yeah, a city break is amazing to explore somewhere new, but it can also bring a little element of stress as well, but maybe that's just me. But it was amazing, loved Rome. Wouldn't be somewhere that I sort of rush back to, but that's because there are just so many other places to still explore, especially in Italy alone. So I think that's enough rambling, and definitely time to end this little vlog off. Probably not little anymore actually, it's probably a bit longer. But I hope you've enjoyed coming along on our adventures, roaming around Rome with us. It was high season as well, so that it was very busy and it was very hot. Thank you so much for watching if you have made it this far. I do hope you have enjoyed it. I will see you again real soon on the next adventure, which is going to be Disney vlogs, which so excited about. So excited to be back in the magic. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it and I'll see you again real soon.